It's been almost a year of building two businesses, Art of Mondays and the Founders Sports Club. We have gone from a team of just me and Jai, my co-founder, to 10 of us. Today, I wanted to sit down, share some raw updates, some raw numbers into what's happening behind the scenes, and also share a little bit about how to overcome imposter syndrome. So first thing, what I want to do is give you a really quick recap as to everything that's happened over the last 12 months in the two businesses. We've had 650 total applications for the community, which means roughly between 10 and 15% of people actually make it inside. We welcomed almost 100 like-minded founders into the Art of Mondays private community from 19 countries, so very much a global setup. We've also hosted 5 in-person residencies. We had Spain, Greece, Lombok, Noosa, and then Lombok again. And we've booked in 8 more already for 2025. France again, because it was so popular. Cape Town, Japan, New Zealand, Alaska, Croatia, Canada, Italy, and there's a few more in the works as well. The other exciting things that happened this year is we introduced a new benefit for the Art of Mondays community, which is the Q&A sessions. These happen once a month. We've had 6 guests come on in total so far. We've got 2 more booked in for next year, but so far we've had Zach Harnavar, Alex Smith, Shane Vitale, and just last week, Christian Collins, who shared a fascinating journey of having his first 30 million followers by the time he was 16, first $1 million by the time he was 17, first multi-million by the time he was 18, then rode the highs and lows of fame, and it was a wild story and a lot of learnings from there. Another thing we did this year, arguably the biggest of them all, besides just launching in the first place, was introducing the Founders Sports Club. So that launched in September, and we're now in over 50 cities around the world with more than 1,600 members. And it's been an epic journey so far. Probably a lot more work than I thought it would be, but also a lot more reward and a lot more momentum than I thought. In 2024, we also hosted more than 30 monthly calls, aka campfire chats with our Art of Mondays family. These have been a mix of problem solving, reflection, founder therapy, and just a chance to meet like-minded people from different pockets of the world. And the last couple of big updates from the year, we grew our Instagram from 0 to 28,000 followers, and 5,000 of those were last week alone. So it's probably almost doubled by the time I publish this video. We implemented a new pricing system for Art of Mondays where the price goes up with every 5 new members. The last thing, arguably the most interesting, is that we've documented the entire journey. Myself on this YouTube channel, showing more of the lifestyle of full-time travel and building a business along the way. And on Jai's channel, showing more of the raw, the vulnerable insights and the behind the scenes stuff from building Art of Mondays from day one. So here's the formula to overcome imposter syndrome as told by the Art of Mondays members. Firstly, what is imposter syndrome? It's essentially this idea that we're not worthy, we are not good enough for the opportunity that we have or the situation we're currently in. That means we may actually have the skills, we may be the right person for this opportunity, this role, this career. However, because of our limiting beliefs, we feel like we're not good enough. Step 1 is to ask yourself the following question. What do I lose when moving forward and accepting this opportunity? Once you've identified what you might lose, step 2 is to ask yourself these 2 follow-up questions. The first is, what will I gain from letting the old version of me go? And the second, what can I do differently in my current situation so that my gains outweigh my losses? The reason why this formula, despite its simplicity, actually works really well is because when we can take an emotional response, which is imposter syndrome, and we can apply a logical frame to it, which is essentially pros and cons or gains and losses, then we'll start to see that the gains do outweigh the losses, and then subconsciously we'll start to actually welcome the change. Main takeaway here is to try to find a way to turn the emotional into a logical perspective. A high, a low, and a learning from the week that has just gone. So my high, it's been our biggest month ever for Art of Mondays, and we're actually only halfway through the month. I'm recording this on the 17th of December, and we've already had our biggest month ever. So that is amazing, and I can't wait to see what happens by the end of the year. My low light is I'm becoming very aware of how my energy and my fatigue impacts my mood and how that affects me in situations with other people and my social battery. I suppose it's actually a good thing that I'm recognizing this and less of a low light, but something that I'm definitely mindful of. And then my learning is an old one, but a classic one, which is the James Clear atomic habits cliche that if you can get 1% better every single day, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year, thanks to the power of compounding. And based on the list of everything that I said at the beginning of this video, that's just a result of showing up and doing 1% more every single day. Ordinary things for extraordinary periods of time. And I'll leave you with 2 questions to ponder. So the first is, what short-term pain are you avoiding despite knowing that it will lead to long-term gain? And the second question is, what hourly rate would you put on your time? And I want you to double your number or triple your number. Then think about, what is it that you do in your day-to-day that is less valued than that hourly rate? Something that you don't enjoy. That might be cooking or cleaning or shopping or driving. Then once you've got a list of these things that don't quite equate to what you value your time at, then we can think about how we can build processes or automate them or delegate them or hire someone else to help us out so that we can focus on what we are truly passionate about. So that's it. Just want to say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. Make sure to subscribe. We'll see you next year and next week for the next episode. Thanks, guys. Peace.